In this lesson, we're going to take a look at exploring a 3D view. So you can either go to the view part of the project browser and go to 3D views and open up a 3D view. Or if you go to your view tab, 3D view, you can pick default 3D view. Okay, this view that I'm in happens to have a section box here, but I'm just going to get to the point where it may appear to be a normal 3D view. Now that section box is in the properties of a view. If I have something selected, I just picked a wall, my properties changes to that wall. If I have nothing selected, then I'm looking at the properties of a view. So if I'm in the properties of a 3D view and I scroll down, I'm going to see an area there for a section box. And that toggles that section box on and off. What that section box allows you to do is you can select it, and I can drag it into the house in any of these 6 directions. And as I'm studying a model, I can look for things that may be modeled incorrectly. Now notice when I zoom in that I am seeing thick, heavy lines. If I go to my View tab, under my Graphics panel, I can toggle thin lines on and off. Now notice the shortcut for that is TL. I can hit TL at my keyboard, and I can toggle that on and off. I prefer looking at it with the thin lines so I can see the model a little bit better. So the section box allows you to drag in and out any side that you want. And I'll grab it at the top and pull it down so I can slice through the roof, and I can see into the first floor. Okay, so the section box allows you to cut in and out, and that's found in the properties of a view. The other tool that you need to know when you're studying a model to do like a BIM-QC on it is to toggle through some different design options, maybe making sure everything is turned on. Remember, everything in the model either belongs to a design option or a work set. So in the properties of a view, towards the top, you'll also find visibility and graphics. If I select the edit button there, there's a few things to talk about in this dialog box. First of all, you have your model categories, you have your annotation categories. Now under model categories, there's a check mark here to show categories from all disciplines, and that'll show you the MEP stuff as well. So now I'm starting to see ductwork and electrical fixtures, and I'm seeing items like that in my list. And then you have annotation categories, and a lot of annotation isn't designed to show up in 3D. But the 2 key things you'd want to be able to toggle through are your work sets and your design options. Under work sets, even if all of the plumbing is turned on, if it belongs to any one of these plumbing work sets, we can see that that's set to not visible. So if for some reason I want to see plumbing, I'd have to toggle that work set on so that it would be displayed in my drawing. Now a lot of the plumbing is going to be, under the slab and buried in walls, so toggling that on really didn't show me anything. But if I come back to work sets, and let's say I turn on the electrical work set. Now with that turned on, now all of a sudden I'm seeing my outlets and my switches on the wall. So I wanted to point out the work sets under the visibility settings so you know how to turn that on and off. Other things to be aware of are your design options. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on this kitchen here, and if I go to visibility and I go to design options, let's say under the kitchen I turn on the gourmet kitchen. When I pick OK, I can see that the kitchen changed and I have my wall oven now. So when you're cutting through your model and you're studying it and you want to see things that are going on, you want to use the visibility properties to control your work sets and design options. And you also want to be able to utilize that section box, which is found in the properties of the view, which will allow you to cut into the model. And then of course you have the full navigation wheel as mentioned in an earlier lesson that will allow you to orbit around the house as you study it.